Hello. Would you like to hear a story about Radha and Krishna? So it takes place in the forest of Vrindavan. And in the forest of Vrindavan, there were lots and lots of peacocks and peahens. And sometimes, if you were lucky enough, you could catch them dancing. They would usually dance when the storms were rolling in. So the big, thick storm clouds would fill the sky, and the air would be super heavy and moist and saturated, and the sky was just about to burst. And then the peacocks would start to stomp their feet, and the peahens would twirl, and they would both make these beautiful noises and call out to each other and do this dance that was just stunning. So one person who really loved the dance of the peacocks was Krishna's beloved Radha. Radha thought that the dance of the peacocks was just the most incredibly romantic thing she could ever imagine. She was just completely taken by it. And she was also completely taken by her love, Krishna. And Krishna loved her as well. And Krishna figured out a way that he could spend more time with his Radha. Radha was known to be a beautiful singer. So Krishna one day asked her, Radha, will you please teach me some of those beautiful mantras that you're always singing? And Radha would do anything to please her Krishna. And she said, of course I will. And so they had singing lessons. And Radha would teach Krishna the mantras. And he would do them perfectly all the way until the very end. And then at the end of every line, he would make a mistake. So they'd have to go back and start over. And this would happen again and again and again. Every time he'd get it right all the way to the end. And then, oops, mistake, we have to start over. Well, it wasn't really a mistake. Krishna knew what he was doing. He knew that if he did that, the lesson would have to go on longer and longer. And he got to spend more time with Radha. That's all he wanted. But Radha, she was smart and she figured it out. She got so angry. She said, Krishna, you play me for a fool. You knew these mantras all along and you're making mistakes on purpose, making me teach you again and again and again. I'm insulted. She stormed away. She wasn't just mad. She was transcendentally mad. That's really mad. You don't want to make somebody transcendentally mad. And Krishna was like, oh, I was just trying to love you. You know, sometimes we're misunderstood. Sometimes all we want to do is love somebody, but lines get crossed and we don't quite understand each other, or we don't give each other the benefit of the doubt. So Radha storms away and she walks up to a nearby mountain. She climbs that mountain all the way to the top and she sits on it and she's just angry, transcendently angry. And Krishna is thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to win back Radha's favor? And then he remembers that she loves the dance of the peacocks so much. And so he wills the storm clouds to come. He meditates and he draws the storm clouds in. So the sky starts to fill with moisture and the clouds start to roll in. And Krishna takes peacock feathers and decorates his hair. He tucks them all over his hair. He puts them in his clothes. He's completely covered in peacock feathers. And he picks up his flute and he goes up a nearby mountain. So Radha's on the top of one mountain, and Krishna walks up to the mountain that's right across from Radha's mountain. And as the storm clouds start to fill, he plays his flute and he stomps his feet and he begins to dance just like the peacocks do. Now Radha's over there trying not to look, but she hears the music. She can't help it. She feels that pull in her heart and she opens one eye and she sees her love. She sees her love trying to win her back. She sees him doing her favorite dance on top of a mountain just for her, and her heart completely melts. She forgets all about her transcendental anger, and she goes down her hill and up his hill, puts a peacock feather in her hair, and she joins him as the peahen, and the two of them just dance and dance and dance as the rain pours down on them. Namaste.